Hey, I'm Casey Ford Alexander, and this is my take on Take Care, the new music video by Drake, featuring Rihanna, directed by Woodkid, who directed Iron, one of the best music videos of 2011. Iron is pretty important. It's a video that some people didn't see. Most people who heard the song or saw the video are European music listeners or kids who like Assassin's Creed because the song was featured in one of the Assassin's Creed trailers. Anywho, the style from that video, Iron, is in Take Care. It's a really simple white background, a little bit of coloring, and then simple characters, and essentially the director uses light to create the feeling of an epic. That's what's going on in Take Care. There are also some animals in Take Care. Right now I'm in a pool. It might confuse you even more. Well, I'm a Pisces. I was born on March 20th, 1986, and if you believe in astrological signs or even know about them, you'll know that Pisces is represented by a fish. Rihanna is also a Pisces. She was born on February 20th, and so that makes her a Pisces like me. And there's a fish in the video, one of those fighting fish. Drake is a Scorpio. He was born in October, I believe it's October 24th. And Scorpios are represented by either scorpions or eagles. And I think it's kind of represented by the Blue Jay, also kind of matches for the Toronto Blue Jay thing. He's a Canadian himself. Additionally, he's not an exact cusp Scorpio, but just by like a day or two, so I say maybe a little bit of Libra dripped in. Libra's known for kind of balancing the scales and also being an air creature, so and being a little bit more of an extrovert and vocal, and I think that's kind of what Drake is, as a rapper and voice. And finally, Chris Brown was born in May 5th, and that means he's a Taurus, and the Taurus is represented by a bull, and there's also a bull in the video. Woodkid has always used animals in his videos. Recently, he featured some alligators, or maybe they were crocodiles. I think they were alligators in his Lana Del Rey video. They were actually just hanging out in a regular pool like the one in my backyard. And there were some tigers in Born to Die, which he also directed for Lana Del Rey. There was a wolf in Iron, and then in Take Care, there are 3 animals. I thought that was really, really sweet that we had that element. But what's even cooler is that, so we've got these 3 people who all came from different places. This story could not have been created by some mastermind. This is just a reality that these people are represented by these signs, and these animals live in these different terrains. We've got the Pisces, who's the kind of water creature. We've got the bull, who's the sort of land creature, and then we've got this eagle / Scorpio that's this air creature. So we've got air, land, and water, all represented by 3 real people, and it's all the abstract of that is beautifully presented in this video. I think initially you kind of watch the video and go, well, what does this have to do with the song? Reality is, the song belongs to Drake. It's his song, and Rihanna's song. They're the singers, and I think all 3 of the characters featured in the video, because there's this kind of shadowy dancer guy, and he's represented by, I think he represents Chris Brown. Chris Brown himself is a dancer, and he's one of the best American entertainers or dancers around right now, at least alive. I think I wouldn't find many who would dispute it. So yeah, so that kind of creates the dilemma, and because they all had little love situations at some point, I think the song really belongs to them, and that's why those animals are actually relevant. So to add to that, Woodkid presents the locales where these creatures might live, which would be an airspace, a land space, and then a ground, sea level, etc. space. And there's an opening vision of kind of mountain-esque area similar to epic landscape that was in Iron, but this is a icy mountain, and then at the middle of the video, kind of towards the end, there's this forest that's on fire. Both of these places are temperate. One is really cold and one is really hot. And they are uninhabitable. The icy place, the bull could never live in. It would die. It would not be able to eat. And in this forest, this bird would not be able to live because its home is basically obliterated by this conflagration. And finally, the fish, well, the fish is kind of, underwater, whatnot. So, but anyway, so we've got these two kind of displaced creatures who, can't take to the sea to survive. So all bases are covered in terms of any sort of existential crisis that would exist in this music video, which is just brilliant, despite the fact that there is no real conflict or movement other than the dancer and Drake moving around and singing and hugging Rihanna. So it's pretty powerful. In the end, it's a sort of biblical finale where we just see these smoldering ashes and the idea that all these living creatures will all have to abide by the rule of ashes to ashes, dust to dust. And Drake seems like a religious guy too. I mean, when I check out his other music video release where he's re-bar mitzvah, I know he has experience with the Torah and Talmud and mysticism and the realities of the sort of biblical laws and commandments, etc. that are taught in church or synagogue or whatnot. I think that the video kind of captures everything, that the intangibles of what seems to be a interesting love triangle or love ecosystem. It's a sort of love ecosystem of three totally unique creatures in this world, separated by years and dates, and it just so happens that they also represent the three types of places we can live on this earth, in water or land or live or travel on this earth, by water, live on land or travel by air. And there's just so much. And so every time you watch that video, I think you should come up with new ideas and they will form. So yeah, I think that's kind of my exploration into the video, and I hope I offered something cool. Okay, yay, I'm Casey. It's a lovely day. I just hanging out and kind of getting over stuffy nose, but got some cool videos coming up. I'm in a film and stuff, so I'll be sure to share some videos on set with you this upcoming over the next few weeks, something like that. Okay, bye.